Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining the TagoIO webinar series 2023. Today, we will be speaking about deploying your own IoT portal. I think you guys will really enjoy this webinar. There's a lot of good information. Today, we'll be presenting, obviously, myself, David Hall. I am a customer success manager here at TagoIO. And I also have with me Felipe Avalera. He is a software developer here at TagoIO. He will be doing part of the presentation as well with me today. So for our agenda today, what can you expect? We're going to go over what is TagoRUN so you can understand what is TagoRUN. Also, customizing your run. TagoRUN is very customizable. That'll be a little bit of that of our live demo. We'll talk about integrations that you are able to perform with TagoRUN. As I mentioned, we'll have a live demo, and we'll also have a Q&A at the end that we will answer your questions. But anytime, you don't need to wait till the end. You can post your questions at any time, but we will review them at the end of the webinar. All right, so what can you expect? So basically, what you can expect in this webinar is really to dig into TagoRUN. I'm also just going to do a brief overview of our website at the end. There's some really good, valuable information there to help you really get kickstarted and get you inspired to use Tago in a way that works for you. So what is TagoRUN? TagoRUN is a way that you can deploy your IoT solutions to the world. We have customers all over the world. TagoRUN is heavily used in many different ways across all different vertical sectors and different industries. You have more control over end user access, and we'll talk about that a little more. But basically, you're going to control who can go into your TagoRUN portal, what they can see. It's all permission based, but it's really good of end user access of what you can do there. Branding management, again, highly used across the customer base. I speak to customers all across the world, and this is their number one thing is branding TagoRUN for their business. And that includes customizing the logo, changing colors. You could change the sign up page as well. And I'll give you a couple examples here in a minute of that, just high level examples. You can also have your own customized emails. We do have email templates within TagoRUN to help you get inspired. You could either use those or create your own. And then we have white label to where you can fully customize it to where a lot of people will use white label when they are going to resell it. So basically, white label will remove all references to Tago. It'll just be your business, your logo, your URL, everything. So we'll get into that a little bit today as well. So this is a typical sign up page. Notice where it says my company. Obviously, that could be your company name. You could change colors in here, and I have a couple slides to show that at a high level. And you'll notice at the bottom where it references TagoIO. Obviously, with white label, you wouldn't have that, right? That would be removed and replaced with whatever branding you wanted to put there. This is just another example of you can kind of make it opaque a little bit so you can make it see-through a little bit, if you will. But it's kind of the same idea. And notice the image in the background. This image here can be changed. You could put a video in there. I think a lot of people do put videos in. So it's very customizable of what you can do there. You could change the color of the buttons and those sort of things as well. There's lots of things you can do with TagoRUN, and I'm hoping today that you will learn about those things and adopt them because, as I said, TagoRUN is very popular across our entire TagoIO customer base. So customizing your run. This is just a few things that you can do. We have the main configuration where we have domain, the theme, the sign-up pages I was speaking to as well, and the sidebar. And we actually are going to show you today a really nice new feature for the sidebar that Felipe Avalera will discuss with you and show you live. So that's a really good part of this. I love showing new features during webinars, and we have a good one for you today. All right, so in the main configuration, you can update your title. So you could, and this is out of the box, right? You can update your title. You can have a subtitle. You could have a favicon. on there. Another cool thing is you can have a link for terms and conditions for any legal requirements you need to meet. Um, as I said, you can insert your own logo, and you can remove TagoIO's trademark with that. And there's more things that you can do in there. There's some mobile app items and things like that. I don't think we'll be digging into that a little bit today, but I will show you at the end of this where we have some really cool self-help videos. That's one thing we really strive to do here at Tago, is really inspire you and provide you with the building blocks that you need to get started with Tago. Tago is very easy to use. I have many end users that are not developers that can navigate Tago just fine. And notice here the custom domain. Notice how it says masterapp.tago.run. You can change this. This is a hash with the free account. So with the free account, you cannot change that. But with a starter or scale plan, you could change that. This is not white label. Don't think of white label right now. This is just out of the box, your TagoRUN. You could type in there my company, your company name, and the URL will obviously end with .tago.run. Now, if you have white label, that you would not have .tago.run. And you have your email domain. You could have your own email domain, and again, with white label, it would remove any reference of Tago throughout the application, not just in the domains, in the emails. So again, customizing your sign-up page is extremely popular. As I said, you can change buttons, you can change the text, you could change the title, you could change the background. And as I mentioned, you could have a video in the background. And I think that is the most heavily used option in TagoRUN as far as customizing TagoRUN to fit your business needs. Is most people will put a video in the background, and it's really, really easy to do with that. So in here is where you really get to play around with it a little bit. And one of the nice things about when you're customizing your TagoRUN is you're going to see it in real time. So there'll be a page up, and then if you change a color, you're going to see what it looks like immediately in that aspect, and see if you like it before you even save it, which is very nice and convenient for you to see if, maybe you want to adjust a change that you had currently made. So multi-language, out of the box, you will get Spanish, English, Portuguese, and French. But you can create your own dictionary. Sorry. Again, that is very popular, of people creating their own dictionary. And as a customer success manager, I speak to customers all the time about many different things across Tago, but this one comes up a lot when we're talking about TagoRUN, just in itself. But for the dictionary, people seem to be intimidated that it might be very difficult because they hear the term build your own dictionary or create your own dictionary. They think that it's very complicated, and actually it is not. It is very simple to do. Anybody can do it, but you can adopt it for any language of your need. Integrations, another heavily used. Yes, we have SSO, we have 2FA, two-factor authentication. We take security very seriously here at Tago. Those are just a few of the items there. There's many other security options throughout the platform that obviously affect TagoRUN, not just the developer portal itself. You could track online traffic. Understand user behavior. This is another big one. People want to know, what are they doing on their portal, right? Where are they going? What are they interacting with? So user behavior is heavily used throughout our TagoRUN customers, as well as generate data reports for your analytics and things like that. You can even have a live chat, which I think is totally awesome. I haven't seen another application that has a live chat integrated as far as, on the lines of what Tago does. So I think that's a little unique. There's probably some out there. I haven't ran across them, but the live chat is also used. I wouldn't say it's heavily used, but it is used quite often. You can improve online advertising with marketing and analytics. You can integrate. I don't know how many of you are familiar with SAP. It's a very large company, SAP, and we integrate with SAP very easily, and a lot of my customers do that. That's why I bring up that specific company. It's a very large company that has a lot to offer when we are interacting with them. But again, analytics, if you wanted to integrate with your CRM, let's say, obviously, as a customer success manager, I am using a CRM tool all the time. And you can certainly do that here. So, the message I want you to get here is that this is not all of the integrations that you can do. As mentioned at the top of this webinar, I'm just trying to give everybody an overview of the power of TagoRUN. And really, once you start getting in there and start using it, you're going to see it goes much deeper than it does that we're speaking about here today. Obviously, we have a limited time, but at the end, I am going to also show you, if you want to learn more, you can schedule a live demo with myself or with another CSM that we have available to you. So those are free, by the way. I love giving the demos to folks and answering their questions as a customer success manager. It's one of the great joys I have in my job, is just talking with people and interacting with them and really see how they want to use Tago and what their business needs are. Also, as I mentioned, I'm going to go over a little bit on the website itself. So we're going to go through the Learning Center just very briefly. It's a very powerful tool to inspire you and get you started. And if you don't have a TagoRUN account, you can create a free account. And one thing I'm asked all the time is, oh, what's the trial period for the free account? There is no trial period for the free account. You could have the free account for 5-10 years, however long you need it. Obviously, we have other plans where you get a little bit more as far as functionality, but some people are just content with the free plan. And you do get TagoRUN with the free plan, but there are some limitations that we can speak about if needed. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Philippe Avilera, who is going to do the live demo for you and show you a little bit more about TagoRUN in real time. So with that, Philippe, I will pass it to you.
Hello, David. Thank you for this presentation. Now I'm going to read the demo part, as you said. Hello, everyone. For this webinar, we prepared a TagoRUN, which we had fully customized. We had put our own logo, we set colors and all the settings to show you as an example. Let's walk through the run settings so I can show you. Here we select a title, which is my company. We had a 5 icon, which is the image in the top browser tab. And we have our own custom logo, which is my company. For the domain tab, we have changed the default, which is usually is a hash. So we change it for something that our end users can easily type. As you can see, you can buy and purchase a custom domain and have your own brand company URL. For the theme, we have a bunch of settings, colors. We have set a image for the background in sign-in and sign-up page. And we have a bunch of modifications and customizations that I'm going to get back on this later. So pay attention. For the sign-up page, we keep the default fields, but you can feel free to ask for your end users another information, such as city. For example, if I simply type the label field name as city and the label city, and select the type of this data, which will be text, we can see in the preview a new field for the sign up. So our end users will have to type the first name, last name, email, password, and the city. We can define this as required or not. It's up to you. In security and protection settings, we also keep the default, but you can pay attention because these features can let your end user account safer. So we have CAPTCHA for sign in and sign up. We have 2FA methods. We have requirements for password strength. With these features, your end user can prevent and has a great privacy on their data. Multi-language, we are using the System Default Reader, which provides us support for English, Spanish, Portuguese, and French. So our users can choose one of these languages. We have the email templates, where you can type a markdown text and use some variables, such as, for example, in this welcome email template, you can type the name variable, so your end user name will appear here, like hi John, hi David, for example, and the confirmation link is going to be like here, like this, using markdown statements. And we have the sidebar. Sidebar buttons, we can define them for opening dashboards, opening an iframe, or open a link. As you can see, we have here 3 sidebar buttons to open dashboards. Notice that these 2 buttons right here, they have the same label, same icon, and same color. We do that because we want 2 different dashboards for each platform. So for the desktop platform, where we have a screen with a huge size, and we can put a lot of information, and our user is going to have a good interaction with this amount of information, we have a different dashboard. So let me show you in how it's working practical. Let's sign in the TagoRUN. As you can see, this is going to be our sidebar button for desktop platform. So this is going to be our dashboard for desktop, where you can see a lot of charts and information. In our mobile dashboard, we want user to focus on what's important for this application, because they don't have the same screen size. They have a smaller screen size. So this would be the dashboard for the mobile. It's the same dashboard, it has the same colors, but with less widgets. We don't have to take care in the arrangement because as I'm going to show you guys, the dashboard simply, each widget of this dashboard will occupy the entire screen. I'm going to share you a mobile phone. This is our TagoRUN in the mobile. If we click on the sidebar button, we are going to see the mobile dashboard, which is the same I showed you before on the web page. It has less widgets. If you want to do this approach, having 2 dashboards for different platforms, I'd recommend you hiding the dashboard. So it will not be visible for example, if you are in the desktop platform, you are not going to see the mobile dashboard. And if you are in the mobile dashboard, you are not going to see the desktop dashboard. In order to do that, you have to go to the dashboard settings, go to the More tab, and uncheck this option right here. Make this dashboard visible. You have to uncheck it. And then you can have the same approach that we did here. Now that we walked through all these settings, and you can see what we have done here, I want to show you a practical example. Imagine that your marketing team is asking you to change this color for something darker. For example, like this dashboard right here. Imagine that they want to have a TagoRUN that fits with this dashboard using dark colors. How can we achieve that? Let me show you. First thing I might show you guys is that I have some assets in my TagoIO file system, which will have a different logo, a lighter logo to have contracts with dark backgrounds. And we have a new sign up background. I will just go to my configuration and use the new logo. Copy the file URL and use like here. You can see that in the preview, it changes. Now let's jump into the theme part and change the sign up background. By doing that, we can see that the sign up page will have dark colors. Well, let's change the sign up form as well. So you don't have to take notes about the colors I'm going to use because later we are going to share you how to have the same dashboard and the same TagoRUN that we have done here in this live demo. So for the form background, I will choose a color darker, which will be like this. And then I'm going to change the title and text to have a better contrast using white. In this configuration, I'm still missing to have dark inputs on some dark components. To do that, I'm going to the General tab, where I have settings for the general elements, like drop-down, form elements, links, and more. We are going to choose a new color for the input background, like this, and a new color for the input text, like this. Also, we are going to change the read-only background and the read-only text, like this. Let's jump again to the sign up page and see what we have done. Look, it's looking really good. We have now all the components in dark, which is our goal. Let's save to not lose the work, our job, and let's keep going. For the sidebar, we have to customize the sidebar either. So let's choose a new color for the background. Sidebar will be this part right here, as you can see in the tooltip. Let's choose a new dark background. And let's change the navigation bar, which is the top bar, as demonstrated in the tooltip. So let's use a new navigation background. Also, we are going to change the navigation buttons, like this and this. And we are going to have new text and icons in white. So far, it's looking really good right now, but we're still missing the My Account configuration. So we are going to use the same background as the sidebar in My Account menu, as you can see in the tooltip right here, and a new red color for the sign out button because we to make it look better like this. As you can see, while we are using dark colors, the font color will automatically change to white. So TagoIO will detect if you are using dark backgrounds and choose a font color with better contrast. So if you don't have an option to choose a color like this one, TagoIO will handle that for you. And finally, we are going to change the pages settings. So page header will be this right here, like account settings. But if you are in the dashboard, it's going to be the dashboard header. So let's use another color for that. And let's change the page content background, which is this one. Let's save everything. And that's it. We could easily change our TagoRUN to look good with the dark dashboard. Let me show you by refreshing this page. As you can see, the sidebar has new colors and also the navigation bar, the page header. If I go to a setting like my account, it's going to look different too. It's going to adapt with what we have done. So how you can have the same dashboard, the same TagoRUN that we done here? We are going to send you the links for two analyses, one for the white covers TagoRUN and one for the dark covers TagoRUN. Once you install this analysis, you can simply go to the analysis, take a look in the environment variables, and paste your account token right here. Once you paste your account token here, and feel free to change the logo and the five icon when in the background from the sign up. Run this analysis, and we'll change all the TagoRUN covers for just like we did here in webinar. Thank you guys for your attention, and I'm going back to you, David.
As you can see, TagoRUN is very customizable and powerful. And there's many things you can do with it. As I mentioned, I'm going to spend a little bit of time showing you the website and really help you to get inspired to do things. So here I'm just on our main site, and there's a few things I want to show you here. Obviously, we have our solutions here. You can read about use cases and those sort of things. You can access Kickstarter, which is basically it's a pre-built application that you can use as a building block, or you could just use it as is. But it's already built for you. So it's really to give you exactly what it's named as a kickstart to really get going with it. We have lots of resources here in our product and our resource list. One thing I would like to point out is if you go to our videos, which are here, there are a lot of self-help videos. There you can access webinars there. You can see upcoming events, but really the most popular section there is really the how-to videos and to get people going. It has everything from basic to a little bit more advanced with that. As I mentioned too, you can request a demo either from here or you can request a demo from here, and we'll give you a 30 to 45-minute demo of the platform. Or you might have something specific that you want to see. I'd be glad to adapt the demo to your needs. So please request a demo, and one of our CSMs will take care of you. You can also get started here and just create a free account so you can start to get familiar with Tago. A few other things that are very handy to have. If you go to our developers page, there's lots of things in here, but I'm just going to highlight a couple. Kickstarter, you can download Kickstarter here. And again, that's going to give you the building blocks to really get started with that. You can also go to our dashboard templates. So these dashboard templates, you can download any one of these to your application and start using it in any way that you wish. So what it is right now, if you download this, it's just simulated data, right? So you'll see real-time updates of whatever dashboard template you choose to download. But once you download to that profile, you own it. You can modify it. You could change widgets. And obviously this is related to TagoRUN. It can be, but you can do anything you want here. You could even attach a real device. So let's say you have a temperature and humidity dashboard. And for that, you want to, maybe a weather information dashboard or industrial dashboard. You can use these to really get started to get going. They're extremely popular with our customer base, especially our new users. This is where they go to get started, this and the Kickstarter. So there's lots of good information here to really get you going. And you could watch a video and see how it works. It's very simple to do. I think it's like 3 clicks and boom, you have your own template, which is very nice to have. Kickstarter, as I mentioned, is really a plug and play application for your solution. You can download Kickstarter, you can watch a demo, but what Kickstarter is going to do is it's really going to accelerate what you're trying to do and customize it the way you want. You connect any sensor, engage with your brand, create multi-user level access, and those sort of things. So Kickstarter, again, is very, very popular. Another thing before we get to your questions, I believe we do have a few here. Is I want to talk about the Learning Center. Again, all this is free to you, and the purpose of the Learning Center, Kickstarter, the templates, as I've said a few different times now, is to really get you going and get you started with your own IoT application on the TagoIO platform. It's very, very helpful. But here I'm just at Tago.io Learning Center. You can get to it from our main site. And if I go to training, so there's a couple different things I want to call out here. There's 30 different courses, and we have 2 different tracks, and they're free to you. Okay. There's a fundamental course and a developer course. You can take all the modules and you don't have to do the certificate if you don't want. It's totally up to you, but it's a great way to either get you started or maybe you have a new team member on your team. I point people to the Learning Center. And it just matters on what your level of understanding is. Obviously, fundamentals, you would want to start there first if you just don't know anything about Tago. But if you know a little bit and want to maybe learn about analysis or something that's a little more complicated, then you would just go to the developer modules. And if I go to training, I will show you real quick. Here you will see all our modules. You can enroll in them and take them. They're very well done and extremely popular with our customer base. So again, all free to you. Feel free to use it as you wish. And I believe from there, let's see if we have any questions. Yes, there's a few. Is there a limit for TagoRUN users? There is a limit for TagoRUN users. The limit is 10. You can expand that through your profile. You can add more users as you wish, but there is a limit of 10 out of the box. So I hope that answers your question there. Who can access, our second question, who can access my TagoRUN portal? That's a great question. You have a couple different options, but anybody that you give the URL to can access your TagoRUN portal. They can also, if they happen to not have an account, then they can just go to the sign up page, not the sign in page, sign up page, and they could fill out whatever questions you have customized that you want to ask your customers, and you will get a notification to either allow or deny for that. Also, we do offer a mobile app where we put it in the. What I mean is, we're going to build an app for you in Google Store and the Apple Store. There is a fee for that, but that's also heavily used when people want to resell, right? They'll get white label and they'll get the TagoRUN mobile app to where people can just download their application, whatever that may be, from one of the app stores.
Yeah.
So that is
Hey
really
David,
cool there.
yeah, hey David, just to let them know, you can also publicly distribute your dashboard using a feature called Anonymous Run User. With that, you can just send a link for the dashboard publicly.
Yes, very nice. That is true. This next one I'll let you answer, Philippe. Can I optimize my run portal for mobile?
Yeah, sure. Just like we shared, you can have different dashboards for different platforms, one for each, one for the mobile and one for specific for the desktop. And also all the theme customization that we did before in this demo part is going to reflect and have an effect in the mobile. So your mobile will have the same theme as you do in the desktop.
Very
So
nice. Very nice. I don't believe we have any more questions. I believe in the next 24 hours or so, this webinar will be up on our site. I believe we'll send you a link for everybody that registered as well. Maybe you missed a little bit or you need to go back, but that'll be offered to you, I believe, as well. We do have more webinars coming up. We're doing webinars all the time. Some are a little more technical than others. It just matters on what you want to do. So please go to our go to our website and look at our events page and sign up for upcoming webinars. We do have a series coming up with partners. I have one. I personally have one coming up where we're going to be working with our partner Rack Wireless, and we'll be showing how you can easily implement their sensors into TagoIO. And there's more to it, but I believe that is my next webinar. But there are webinars before that with other team members here at Tago we'll be hosting. So please check out our webinars. Thank you for attending. We appreciate it, and stay tuned for more cool features that are coming out. We're working on a lot of stuff here at Tago that I think you guys will love. So stay tuned for that. And as I said, thank you, everybody.